一下啊，好，好，我们现在热烈的掌声邀请我的老师 Morris 马特·莫瑞斯，各位，等一下啊，各位 ，OK， 马特·莫瑞斯老师，各位啊，热烈欢迎。Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people around the world, if not millions of people around the world, right? He is none other than Matt Morris, all the way coming to you live now from airport somewhere around the world. Okay, so we want to hear Matt share his story about how he joined this company and why he still thinks this is the biggest opportunity out there for anyone who wants to change their life forever. So take it away, Matt. We're all excited and want to listen to you share your story.
All right, awesome, man. I appreciate you having me on. And man, I just got to first off say that you guys that are tuning in, especially if you're on Dennis's team, man, you guys are amazingly blessed to have a leader who, takes the time to, put this call together every single week and is just out there blazing the trail. So when he came to the U.S. years and years ago when he was first getting started, he said, it's the Asian tsunami is coming, and man, was he right. And so it's amazing to just see what he's been able to create, the number of people that, because of his mentorship and guidance and training and coaching, he's been able to help them become financially free. So many people on his team, I mean, literally hundreds on his team, earning a full-time income from home because of Worldventures. And so, man, you're an amazing leader. It's always an honor to be teamed up. I've learned a ton from you. It's, the student in many cases becomes the mentor. So I appreciate you. And so, listen, man, it has been, June was 9 years in Worldventures, and I am here in London, actually on a layover here at the lounge. The lounge is packed, so I hopped into the hallway here so I could share with you guys. But headed to the View from the Edge with Mark Aceta, one of my favorite events, and just super excited about that. Have a brand new IMD, so going to be celebrating with my buddy Martin Ndiho out of Uganda, and man, I'm more excited now than I've ever been about Worldventures. And you mentioned why. You said basically share how Worldventures is still the biggest thing ever. And man, I've never doubted that. I've always believed that we just have something amazingly magical. And every year that goes by, my belief in that gets stronger and stronger and stronger, just because I see the manifestation of our vision coming into reality even more. And there's just more and more and more people every single month who are quitting their jobs, escaping the rat race, firing their boss, living life on their terms. It's kind of the subtitle of my book, The Unemployed Millionaire: Escape the Rat Race, Fire Your Boss, and Live Life on Your Terms. We just keep doing that more and more and more. And so, you can't discount the impact that we've made in the world already. We were only doing business now in 36 different countries. Company's been in business for 12 years. And I'm telling you, we are just now getting started. I was just sharing with a leader out of Mexico. We're about to open up Mexico. And I was sharing with a leader there, just saying, what we've already done, thanks to the leadership of people like Dennis Bay, our organization has created one of the fastest growing organizations in the history of network marketing. There's not a lot of organizations that have grown to, over 1 million customers, $50 million earners, over $50 million earners in only 9 years. What we've done is remarkable, but I promise you, we haven't scratched the surface yet. And so, anyway, I'm fired up, and I want to go back and answer your question. How did I come to join Worldventures? And, they say that, I don't remember the exact quote, but they say that the road to paradise begins in hell. And that is kind of my experience in coming into Worldventures, because I owned my own network marketing company that was having major, major issues. We were a small company and doing business for about 5 years, had a massive level of fraud, and it just basically decimated our company. And we weren't large enough to basically weather the storm. You know, Worldventures has been hit with so much fraud, but because we're such a big company, so much alignment, so much training, so much culture, we've been able to weather any of the storms that have ever come. We've weathered through those storms, and we've come out even stronger. Well, that wasn't the case for me. I was actually $750,000 in debt, 60 days away from bankruptcy. Revenues had plummeted. Things were just absolute disaster. It was the hardest point in my life. I literally couldn't sleep at night. I would be awake at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, just sitting on the edge of my bed, staring at the wall, wondering how I was going to get through the next day. And, you know, there may be some of you listening to me right now where maybe you've had times like that in your life and you've gotten through it. If you're in one of those times right now, realize you will get through it, but you've got to keep going. I lost 15 pounds because I couldn't eat, and I didn't really have 15 pounds to lose. So I was in a personal hell without a doubt. And, you know, here's what happened. I went to a Worldventures event. If you haven't been to a major Worldventures event, we've got the View from the Edge coming up in Asia. I know most of the people listening in are in Asia. There's going to be people from all over the world, but probably the majority in Asia. So listen, the View from the Edge is coming up. Just get registered to that event, because what happened for me, this is what literally saved my life. I went to a Worldventures event, and I saw the leaders on stage. I saw Wayne Nugent talking about the vision of our company, and I had joined Worldventures, but I hadn't made any kind of commitment to doing anything with it. And what happened was I was in Worldventures, but Worldventures wasn't in me. And at the end of that event, I got so filled up with belief and certainty and conviction. Worldventures got inside me, and it gave me what I needed in order to go out and crush it big time in the business. And so the next event, I decided to go all in. I came back with 26 people, the next event, 90 days later, 26 people. And those 26, the next event, we had something like, I don't know, 48. And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And now, 9 years later, there's been over 1 million customers that have joined. Huge success. But what happened to me was I had to get to an event. I had to get Worldventures inside of me. And I had to get through the baggage. And I'll just tell you, if you're struggling, if you're in a situation like I was, where you just couldn't see a way out, you couldn't see a path forward, maybe you feel like you're banging your head against the wall, like you just don't know what to do, simply follow the training that we have in place. Now, you got to get to the event. If you're not going to our major events, it's going to be very difficult. It's kind of like, I would say, the equivalent of saying you're going to be a doctor, but you're not going to go to medical school. Everyone knows if you want to be a doctor, you got to go to medical school. So it's the same thing here. If you want to be an IMD, you've got to go to IMD school. And, you know, our major events, that's what IMD school is. And so, you know, that's a little bit about my, you know, coming into Worldventures. It took me a little over a year to hit IMD. I think it was about 2.5 years later, hit double IMD, and on the track about 300 sales away from triple IMD. And so already positioned for quadruple IMD. And so listen, I am on the road. This year, I've been in now 21 different countries, maybe 22 different countries this year alone. South Africa will be another. And so why am I hustling so hard? And I'll tell you, it's just because it's really just furthering the vision. You know, I've been fortunate over the last 9 years to be able to earn plenty of money and have a residual income that if I turned off my cell phone, threw it in the swimming pool, and never answered another call, I got way more income than I need to live an absolutely incredible life. So why do I continue going? And it's something that I really wish for all of you, is to do something not because you have to, but because you want to. You absolutely have fallen in love with it. And so the thing for me is coming to the event here in South Africa because I've fallen in love with this company, because I've fallen in love with the process. It's not work for me to come here. It's joy for me to come here. And, you know, a lot of that is just conditioning your mind. I'll tell you, there's two huge keys to success in our business. It's consistency and love of the game. Consistency and love of the game. And so, you know, you can't just come in the business and work crazy hard for a week or two and then expect to have IMD results. You've got to stay consistent over time. And that's the one thing that I'll say I've been over the last 9 years. I've just been amazingly consistent every day doing something to move my business forward. And because of that, it's an interesting thing where we tend to overestimate what we can do in a short amount of time, but we grossly underestimate what we can do over an extended period of time. So when I joined Worldventures, I thought if David Peach can hit IMD in 10 months and 5 days, I could do it in 6 months. Well, I was wrong. It took me a little over a year to do it. So I overestimated what I could do in a short amount of time. Now, if you would have told me, Matt, your organization is going to grow to over 1 million customers in a 7-year time frame, I would not have believed you. But that's exactly what happened. So it's that consistent effort over time. And I'm going to give you a tip on how to stay consistent is the next part, love of the game. So how do we love something? How do we decide that we fall in love with something? Well, we've got to affirm that we love something all the time. So one thing that I just said from the beginning is how much I love this company, how much I love the process, how much I love doing presentations. People ask me what my hobby is, and it's presenting Worldventures. What do you love to do? What are your favorite things to do? I'm like, to present Worldventures, to do trainings, to talk to people, to do Zoom calls. Every opportunity where I get on the phone with a member on the team or a prospect, and it's an opportunity to further my personal legacy and the legacy of this company. So because I've fallen in love with the company, it's easy to stay consistent. So if you're taking notes, write down consistency and love of the game. How do you fall in love with it? You affirm it. We're brainwashed. Make no mistake about it. When we're kids, our parents brainwash us. When we go to school, our teachers brainwash us. The TV brainwashes us. The media brainwashes us. Governments brainwash us. Military organizations. And we're being brainwashed all over the place. So if everyone else is brainwashing us, don't you think it's important that we brainwash ourselves, but we do it for something that's going to empower us to be more powerful and show up as amazingly powerful human beings? Well, that's what I've been very committed to. And I'll tell you, one of the reasons why I believe I've succeeded over the years is because I've been very intentional with that brainwashing process, with that programming process. See, every day, and I'm going through and I'm telling myself what I ultimately want to become as if it's already true. So I'm saying those things over and over and over. I've got my goals in front of me. I'm always looking at my goals, okay? And so because I'm always looking at them, you might say I'm obsessed with them. And so you get what you obsess about, okay? If you're obsessed about working out in the gym, guess what? You're going to be amazingly fit. If you obsess over chocolate, you can't get enough of chocolate, you're going to probably gain too much weight, okay? Whatever you obsess about is what you become. And so get obsessed about your goals. People are always asking me about how do you have balance in life? Well, when you're double IMD, it's easy to have balance now because, you know, you can take as many vacations as you want. You got 6 figures a year in travel dollars. But when I was on my journey to hitting IMD, I'm telling you, I was freaking obsessed. I didn't worry about balance at all. See, I believe in life, you can either be obsessed or you can be average. So stop worrying about how do I stay balanced in life. Get unbalanced for a season. For it may take 2 or 3 years where you're unbalanced. Get obsessed about a goal and you can live the rest of your life and you got choices to be as balanced as you ever want. And so that's the thing. Most people will work their whole lives hopefully getting to retire in their 60s or 70s. I think that's a hard life. People say network marketing is hard. Worldventures is hard. Well, pick your hard. I'd rather work hard now so I can play forever than work hard forever and get to play very little. Okay, so I just think we've got the best of everything. And, you know, for me, why I can speak with so much certainty on why I know our company is going to go out and build the biggest company in network marketing, create more success stories than any other company in network marketing, produce more millionaires than any other company in network marketing. See, I have so much certainty on that because of just a few factors. I mean, one, it stems from our founder, you know, Wayne Nugent. No person is perfect, but if there were a perfect visionary, Wayne would be the perfect visionary. He's like the Walt Disney of travel, the Steve Jobs of travel. Just an incredible visionary when it comes to travel and network marketing. There's no one else I've ever met in 24 years now as an entrepreneur. I've never met anyone that had the kind of vision that Wayne Nugent has. And so there's been so many opportunities where Wayne could have sold out the company. He could have done so many things that weren't in our best interest, but because he's got a creation goal, not a money goal, it's all about creating something that builds a dynasty that lasts forever. So, you know, you build something now, it's going to be willable to your children. And so this is about changing generations, not just changing your life. This is about generational change. And so that's the first reason, is because of my belief in the founder. And I probably know him better than most people in Worldventures because I've known him now for 18, 19 years. And I've never known him to be anything other than completely congruent in exactly what he's doing in Worldventures to build the biggest network marketing travel company in the world, the biggest network marketing company in the world. And so here's the thing, from a business standpoint, so that's more of a personal standpoint. From a business standpoint, you got to just look at the facts. Travel is the biggest industry in the world, $7 to $8 trillion a year spent on travel. What we're doing in travel has never been done before. It'll never happen again. We're the running giant. We're the largest travel direct selling company in the world. We're so far ahead of number two. We don't even know who number two is. That's how much we're dominating, okay? And so the fact that we've got no competition, and you look at the other travel companies out there, what's interesting is we can do what all the other travel companies can do. We can sell travel, we can do group trips, we can do all the things that a lot of other travel companies do, but they can't do what we do. They don't have the networking model. They don't have the leadership model. They don't have the compensation plan. They don't have the training or the leadership development system that we have. And so the fact that we have all of that just puts us head and shoulders above what any other company could possibly do. And so you just look at it from all angles. I've been involved in network marketing for 23 years now, since I was 18. I'm 42 now. I guess it's been 24 years now in network marketing. And you look at all the other companies out there, and there's lots of great companies selling pills and potions and lotions and get skinny pills, you name it. Lots of great companies, lots of great products. But I think what we can all agree is what people can get passionate about is travel, is seeing the world. Not only is it the biggest industry in the world, but it's the most fun, exciting, sexy industry in the world. So, you know, you just look at the logical side of things, the business side of things, you look at the emotional side of things, the heart of our company, and there's no denying that we've got an absolutely magical company. And listen, when I joined Worldventures, when I came in, there were people who were saying all kinds of crazy things. I had one guy, it was a company called Monavie. There was a leader in Monavie, and we know where Monavie is now. They don't exist. So there was a leader in Monavie that was, as I was coming into Worldventures, bringing people, leaders to the events and driving the train, I had this leader calling my leaders saying, Worldventures is going out of business in 90 days. I have paperwork to prove it. But he couldn't show it, right? And so it planted seeds of doubt in some of my leaders. And I just told them, I said, guys, That's crap. We're going to go build the biggest network marketing company in the world. I'm going to put 10,000 people in my organization in the next year. To do that, I got to help people, and I want to help you. Let's run. Let's go. And thankfully, the leaders decided to just ignore the chatter on the other side. And because we stayed in alignment, we've ended up building something truly great. And so there were people when I came in saying, oh, travel and network marketing will never work. They were saying Expedia 9 years ago wasn't profitable. How are we ever going to be profitable? I mean, just all kinds of things to sabotage my success in this business. There were lots of haters, lots of doubters, people doing everything they could to try and steal them into this other company. But we stayed focused. We stayed in alignment. And thank goodness we did, because the amount of people we've impacted is just amazingly significant. And what I've seen over the years is there's always the naysayers. There's always the doubters. There's always going to be people barking. But here's the reality. Dogs don't bark at parked cars. What do dogs do to parked cars? You got it. They piss on them. So listen, realize that the side of the bread that's buttered is the side of the people being criticized, not the people criticizing. Okay? All the wealth, all the success, the fortune always comes to the people who are being criticized, not the ones criticizing. If you notice, have you ever seen a hater that's doing better than you? You don't. Haters are not doing better than you because all they can do is hate. So just realize you may have people in your life that you love. You may have friends or family members, and just realize you can't let their ignorance steal your dreams. Thank goodness I didn't let other people's ignorance steal my dreams, because it scares me to think where I'd be today. So just realize that you've got to be locked in on your personal vision. You got to be locked in on what you're doing. One of the reasons why I'm able to recruit the level of people that I've been able to recruit is because I'm always talking about where we're going. So I'm saying, listen, we've created one of the fastest growing organizations in the history of network marketing, but I promise you, with my soul, we haven't done anything yet. We are going to build the biggest network marketing company in the world by far. If you doubt me now, you're as foolish as the people who doubted me when I got started in this company. We're going to create more success stories, create more fun, freedom, and fulfillment than any other company ever has. There's not one other company in the world smaller than us or bigger than us or that doesn't even exist that can compete with what we're doing. I promise you, we're building a dynasty. Are you ready to get started? See, when you can speak with that level of conviction, there's no limit to the amount of success that you can have. So Dennis, man, I appreciate you having me on. Amazingly fired up. I'm going to catch my flight here, head to the View, and I'll just tell you, you guys, get registered for the View in Asia. I promise you, you'll be amazingly glad you did. The people who attend our events, statistically proven to make 10 times more money. So if you don't go, you're statistically proven to make 10 times less money. If you go, you'll make 10 times more. You will have so many breakthroughs at this event. I will tell you, it's the biggest belief-building event in Worldventures. Not just belief in Worldventures, but personal belief. See, success in this business is about pulling out the greatest version of you. And I promise you, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what skills you have or you don't have. You have what it takes to be IMD, because there's someone who's been in your shoes that's had the same excuses and they've gone IMD. So realize you're not broken. But what this event does, more than any other event we have, it shows you how to pull out the best version of you that helps you go IMD. So get registered, guys. Thanks so much, Dennis.
Thank you so much, Matt. As usual, power-packed, motivational, inspirational. And everybody out there, I'm sure you love what Matt said. So please send out your love and hugs and kisses and your well wishes for Matt, who's on his way down to Africa. Am I right, for the View?
That's it. South Africa, Johannesburg.
Yeah, so if Africa can do it, and Africa can have a new IMD and tons of new RMDs, come on, Asia. I think Asia can do it as well, and all over the world. So Matt, everybody wants to know, are you going to come over to Asia soon for the Unemployed Millionaire Tour? Can we do it?
I can't get a date, but I'm excited about it. So we'll figure out a way to make that happen.
All right, guys. So I'll try my best to get Matt over here before the end of the year. All right.